course, I'm going to start you off easy. Can I have you say and spell your name?
My name is Pat Kerrigan, Kerrigan.
And what is a title that you have within the community, either as an executive director or at large?
Executive Director of the Oak Hill Collaborative. I still get referred to as judge by many people, especially within the city, because I used to be a judge of the Youngstown Municipal Court, but I'm an executive director now.
Yeah. How long were you a judge?
10 years. I presided over a court with two other judges that we handled all the traffic cases that came through the city, all the minor civil cases up to 25,000, but a lot of things like garnishments and wage attachments and things like that. And then our biggest load was for misdemeanor criminal cases. We also handled felony criminal cases, but they would tend to either get reduced at our court or sent over to the grand jury and then to the common police court.
Pat Kerrigan says he's ready to pay for his crime. It took a while, but he's finally come to terms with what he did.
I was very bitter about it. I'm trying to deal with that and not have the resentment that I had. I think I did wrong, and I deserve to be punished to some extent.
I was incarcerated for kind of a bunch of little things. I think anybody that goes through life, they can find something on you, you know, and honestly, that's what it was. I hate to sound like I didn't do anything, because I'm sure I did, but this was one of those situations that other people were getting in trouble. And the FBI was saying to them, we will let you out of trouble if you give us Kerrigan. Rather than fight it, you know, I decided to plead and, you know, do my time and get on with my life. There were a couple of charges. The main charge, which I totally resent, is they called it extortion. And that's the black letter paragraph heading is called extortion. But all that meant to me, that sounds like, well, I go to you and say, you pay me, or I'm going to put you in jail, I'm going to punch you, I'm going to burn your place down, or whatever. No, what they were saying was that I accepted benefits under the color of law. So I served almost 20 months, 19 months, plus a 6-month halfway house. So I spent 25 months in.
Okay. Before you got transferred to the Morgantown Rehabilitation, where were you?
That was a scary place. I was in the Rochester facility of the Bureau of Prisons. And that place was kind of a mental and physical health facility, as well as a real high security environment. But it was one of those places with concertina wire, you know, and you know, we wonder why are there barbed wire across the top? Well, that's so the helicopters will come in and take inmates out. And like, okay, you know, and had armed guards, but I mean, yeah, they had right around the corner. It was around the corner, but I could see 50 yards, less than 50 yards on the end of this one wing. There was the maligned Ayatollah that was the original Trade Center bombing in the parking deck there before the ultimate one.
Good to be here.
How you feeling?
Members of the local news media were among the first to greet Pat Kerrigan as he arrived at Community Corrections. He's beginning the next phase of his federal sentence, and he tells us he is feeling good.
Glad that part of it's over. Looking forward to trying to get on with the rest of my sentence and the rest of my life.
What's the first thing you're going to do now that you're here?
Do whatever he tells me to do.